Is there a silver bullet to how we can reinvigorate our state economy again?
Well, stop passing these terrible new regulations and mandates and taxes. They can just they can stop. Uh, they can help us stop the bleeding. That's probably the most important thing that they can do. There's no silver bullet uh, because our economy has been afflicted by many, many, many different and a whole wide variety of bad policies. And so there's no single silver bullet. I mean, there's what I would say that there be categories of things. Um, I'd say that uh, it would be it would be extremely useful to be able um, to have a flexible work week for employees. In other words, if you could have employees work instead of 5 8-hour days, they could work 4 10-hour days. But you can't do that in California.
Mm,
Believe it or not, you cannot do that in California without paying overtime. Um, and so and so you think about the benefits of you know work from
that's a
home.
great point.
You'd have less commuting. There are all sorts of benefits, but the labor unions don't want to let that go because they want to squeeze employers for overtime. So that's an example. We have of course some of the highest taxes in the nation, which discourages business location and expansion in California. You could reduce taxes, and of course, as I'm sure uh, the biggest, probably the biggest ongoing policy challenge that we face in California is the availability of housing, and that's especially true in our coastal metropolitan areas. But I'm sure it's something that you feel in the Central Valley as well. The and we're tied up in knots because of environmental requirements, because of litigation over housing, because people want to extract benefit from the housing development. Uh, it's a morass, and the legislature has played around the edges of this, but uh, the California economy, the California will not grow and prosper, and we will not see families decide to stay and thrive in California unless they can afford to live here. And that's just not something the legislature has looked at, um, full bore.